What's up, everybody? Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. Appreciate you clicking on the video, supporting the channel, supporting the store. You guys always do. I appreciate you. Wanted to talk about some email that just dropped here recently from TCGPlayer. I've done 2 videos on TCGPlayer now, back to back. I like TCGPlayer. I sell on them a lot. I use their platform all the time, every day. So I'm not ragging on TCGPlayer. This is actually a good thing. I like this thing. So this is not just me like TCGPlayer. Rawr. No, I like TCGPlayer. I don't know why they get the hate that they do from a lot of people. I think TCGPlayer is great, and that they are continuing to do more and more stuff for the seller. And this email that was sent out also proves that they are continuing to focus that down. So let's take a look. I'm not going to read it, verbatim. If you want to, you can stop it and read if you want to. It should be big enough for you to be able to see right there. Boom. And again, this is phrased from TCGPlayer to the seller, not just a generally thing. This is to people that sell on the platform. Basically, they say they are going to commit more to the sellers on the platform. And that's the first little bullet point there about that you are getting a dedicated seller experience team, that all the sellers can have somebody that they can contact to no matter what status they are, no matter what level they are. They're going to have a specific group or a person to at least reach out to. That's something that is very much lacking on TCGPlayer. A lot of folks have issues, and you have no other channels but the official support channel to try to get help through, and sometimes that can be a headache because those people are dealing with all kinds of issues, right? Not just seller issues, but probably all kinds of different stuff. So that is the nice little thing that's going to add to the seller experience and kind of improve the daily function for sellers, is that you're going to be able to reach out to somebody. You'll have a contact that you can reach out to, which is great. That's great. As a pro seller and on direct and with Aroka, I have lots of people I can reach out to. I have a lot of people that I can reach out to at any level, no matter what my issue is. So I have a team that I can kind of reach out to if I have contacts. But a lot of the new sellers are people that are trying to establish their accounts, and even if you're not a pro account, you don't have somebody dedicated to you. This seems like they're going to change that, and everybody's going to get one. It says they're going to have marketing and stuff like that. I don't know what all they're going to offer. If they're going to have classes or things you can sign up for to presentations. I don't know, but it's kind of neat. No matter what it is, anything's better than what is currently. So that's great. Well, point number 2 is suspending our efforts to expand the marketplace into adjacent categories. Adjacent categories, I'm sure, meaning things like comic books was a real big thing that they recently announced and kind of flagpolled as being like their first foray into something that is not TCG, and they spend a lot of money in building a database and having pictures and photos and trying to recruit people, and they threw money at it by getting people to list things on there. And we can pop over there right now if we hide this guy real quick. Let's pop over here and go to comics right here on the website right here. We can go to shop all, and let's sort by best selling for sure. Yeah, we'll take a look and see the best selling comic books on TCGPlayer. Let's see. It is Daredevil number 5. Okay, expensive. And there's one seller, and sales history. There has been one sold in February 21st. That is the last time. This bestseller. This is a best-selling comic book on the platform. So, needless to say, things aren't going quite how they planned. That's a bummer. They spent a lot of time on this, and to not just get the business and the people who drive, or the issue is they don't have any sellers on this platform. They have no sellers. Like one listing. Sellers are not opting into this, so that's an issue. Let's look at this. This guy's got 4 listings. How many sold? None sold. Wow. So the cheaper books aren't selling, and the books that are, there's one and 2 sales, in the past. Oh, it's been probably close to a year that they've been pushing comic books. So, yes, to see this this change, I'm not surprised. I'm actually thought they'd maybe do a little bit more pushing, but looks like they're just dropping it entirely. So, what does that mean for like TCGs, and what can I expect out of this? So, I think they're going to focus a lot more on, and it even says in here, on the core TCG business that they have. So, what that means is I expect them to go deeper and offer more services to either TCGs that are just out there that they haven't capitalized on or haven't optimized yet, or maybe expanding into different languages. We already know that there are some Japanese promos for Pokemon that is on the website. They also have all the versions of a lot of the Magic sets that dropped in multiple languages. They have Chinese, German, all the stuff that when they were printing a lot of that stuff in all kinds of different languages. I could see them pushing more into that and kind of and doing more of that. Having Japanese Pokemon on the website would be wild, insane, awesome, good. To have an online platform that sees the traffic and also gets as many eyes on the Japanese product, especially for Pokemon, it'd be huge. It'd be a huge game changer. So as far as I know, there is not a platform that has Japanese centric stuff from America, from American sellers, other than eBay. So, and speaking of eBay, going into the last little bullet point, and this is kind of the end of the meat. There was some stuff like the fluff at the end of the email, but this is basically the gist of it, is that unlocking the potential of combined eBay and TCGPlayer for our customers. So there's been a lot of things being spoke of, and I've actually had a chance to speak to he was the vice president of customer success is what they call it. It's basically not customer as in like you guys buying from them, more so than like me as a customer on their platform, using their platform. I'm their customer in that I'm a seller using their product, right? So they have a vice president that reached out, and then I have again my main guy, my contact at TCGPlayer. We sat down and we kind of had a meeting about what we'd like to see and like kind of get like how we use the different tools and the platforms and the stuff that we use. And we were kind of like a good candidate for it because we're not like the biggest seller by any means, probably not by a long shot, but we do use Thoroka, which is owned by TCGPlayer. We do use Direct for the kiosk system that's in our store. We use basically all the gambits of what they have. Their website, their pro website, we use that and sell singles on there. We use a lot of their products. So and we run Binder, which they just recently bought. So we could give feedback on that as well, on the stuff that they were doing with Binder. So I would think, yeah, we're the perfect candidate for somebody that wants to talk about how to fix things, because we use all of your stuff. So we sat down with them, and they were talking about the eBay integration. We were asking, and we even had a topic in a Facebook group that is for TCGPlayer sellers, that they put out a survey asking about integrated shipping and tracked packaging and stuff like that. And in this meeting that we had, that was after this survey, and they said that it is definitely something that is going to eventually happen. We just don't know when. So that's awesome to hear, right? That's news that they have not talked about. That's not something that they have openly said that was happening. But I'm not spilling any beans. It's not a secret. People that ask also get this information. But integrated shipping and then a tracked envelope option for TCGPlayer is in the works. They are actively working on it, and that is something that they aren't shy about and saying that it's not something that they are working towards. Heck, I think Macari even has tracked envelopes now. So if Macari can do it, surely TCGPlayer that sends hundreds, thousands, I have no idea of just plain white envelopes. To have tracking on those would be huge. and a big moneymaker for the post office, I'm sure. So definitely something that they are bringing over, but other things as well. Like when you go into like look at a card and then like blows up like that, they put out recently that that is an eBay integration that your hover and then zoom that kind of pops out. That is something that they stole off the back end of eBay, basically the that type of stuff. So things are slowly getting and integrated, and the stuff that is happening on eBay is trickling over to TCGPlayer. They have said though that they do want to keep things independent. They do want to keep things, eBay isn't going to have like a splash page that you can go to TCGPlayer, or TCGPlayer isn't going to have a splash page. Go, hey, if you want more of this, let's look on eBay. They did talk about potentially for extra fees through things like Binder that, yeah, things go over to eBay potentially, but that is stuff that's very much in a work of progress and something that they are working on. So that is the most exciting part of the whole this email here, and even that conversation that we had with those guys, is that they are definitely looking into making it a better experience for the sellers, and really focusing, as this email says, focusing on the sellers, because we make them money and they want to make the most money possible, so they're going to help us help them make money. That's the idea. So it was interesting because I was reading this email, and after this is again after the meeting and after the survey about track shipping, and it feels really good. It feels really good right now that the things are getting focused down, and the new CEO is really trying to hone in on stuff, and seems really receptive, and a lot of changes are happening and being progressive and updating, and things that felt very archaic, like the current shipping system that we have to slog through and have a different, like we use stamps.com, we have to do that and sell stuff on there and use that postage to make just plain white envelopes. Something like that. That's new and it's exciting, because that's one less thing I have to worry about. It's one less thing I have to pay for, because stamps isn't free. I got to pay for it. It's exciting times to be a seller, and something that I would have thought is long overdue, but they're working on it. They got a lot going on. A lot of stuff transitioning, and with Chetty leaving and stuff like that. So a lot of things happening in the back end of TCGPlayer. But this is all good. This is all good things. I'm excited for it, and I think that it's going to be a big positive change. And I think, the blurring between eBay and TCGPlayer, maybe, listing with photos on TCGPlayer could be a bigger thing, and kind of more maybe like promoted, or even like promoted listings on TCGPlayer, things like that maybe aren't really good for the platform, but just being able to utilize that partnership or ownership, really, but the combined efforts of both those things, and making both platforms better, I think is good. That's a good thing. So hopefully that's happening, and that seems to be what they're doing. There was, like I said, some nervousness about going to comic books, and then going into they announced doing sports cards, and that looks like they specifically say TCG business on this email. So I think sports cards are now on a permanent hold. So that is not a direction that they want to go in anymore. So strictly TCGs, expanding TCGs, focusing down TCGs. Another big thing that we talked about in that meeting was how great Flesh and Blood has been doing for us, and that we want to see more support from them for Flesh and Blood, and like the mass price system, the pricing update system that they have that's automated, stuff like that is going to be really useful. And as Flesh and Blood kind of establishes itself as a major card game, that it's on their banner, it's right here on their let me take the email. It's on the banner here with Flesh and Blood right here. So I'm assuming these are going in order of like what's most popular on the website. So like Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon, Flesh and Blood. If you got like a top 5, I'm sure that's probably like what it is. I don't know if it's that order necessarily, but I think that says something right there. If you have Flesh and Blood being your number 5, and a spot on the banner, that kind of tells you that there's money in these cards. There is value here, and the product sells, and sealed cells, and people do want to play this game and do want to pick up these cards. These cards are beautiful. They have a lot of good things. But point is, we wanted to see support and mass price and card sorting with the Roka sorter. If they had Flesh and Blood, that'd be awesome. So that kind of stuff that I'm trying to chip away and push and give them the information is really a great situation. And to see the email shortly after that, I kind of felt like they took all that information from, it wasn't just us they talked to a lot of people, but a lot of stores. So maybe they took all that information, then kind of compiled it, and then made like a roadmap, and then put this email out. So hopefully that's, that in itself is also rewarding to know that, we're being listened to, and that they are actively working on changing some stuff up and updating and just making changes that we want to see, because we use this every day. I got a guy that I have multiple people that do this for the majority of their workload. So, nobody knows it better than the people that use it the most. So that's really awesome to hear. But I wanted to share that with you guys and kind of give you an idea of like what sellers can expect on TCGPlayer and the kind of direction with the eBay integration and things like that, or eBay acquisition and what they're going to do with it. Platforms are, like I said, is going to stay separate, but a lot of things are going to carry over, kind of use the same, hopefully the backbone of like what eBay does. Hopefully like their shipping, because shipping on eBay is really easy, really nice and streamlined. Something like that we hopefully will see in the very, very close future. So just want to put that out there to give you guys an idea of what I've heard and kind of what's going on from the seller perspective. Appreciate you guys watching. Support the channel, support the store. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.